What's up, guys? Just want to clarify a few things before we start here. Rick Beato is a YouTube legend. He knows a lot about music theory. I've watched his videos on and off for years now. I have some opinions about a particular recent video of his though. I wanted to give some of my own opinions about it and also roast him a bit for it. How AutoTune destroyed popular music. So this has actually been out for like a couple weeks now. I think he's done several videos like this before.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I love the young people.
This one, the thumbnail is just f***ing magnificent, dude. It's how AutoTune destroyed music, and then he's an AI character. I mean, there's definitely some irony in this thumbnail here. AI, that's fine. AutoTune though, not fine. Not cool.
When I recently interviewed Billy Corrigan of Smashing Pumpkins, he had this to say about artificial intelligence creating original music.
AI systems will completely dominate music. The idea of an intuitive artist beating an AI system is going to be very, very difficult.
I mean, so far AI has not done that great of a job. I did a video on it. It was the only genre I did an okay job at was lo-fi, and it was still f***ing up like enormously. I do think maybe in the future though it could get crazier, but I don't think it's like that bad yet. It's really just mimicking what other people are doing at the moment. It's not even doing that well at it. I won't be freaking out until I hear AI making like swung dilla type beats or like next level like swung trap shit. Once it starts doing that, then I'll be like, okay, we gotta this is bad. We're in some trouble here. AutoTune been used for decades, but just not to this extent, and it wasn't this easily accessible. It seems his irony was intentional with the AI generated picture. To clarify on the irony of the thumbnail here, one of the main criticisms of AI visual art is that it has taken away jobs from visual artists, and that is one of the main criticisms of using it in audio as well too. To use it in a thumbnail in a video about how AutoTune/AI are ruining music, you're contributing to that shared criticism.
No idea what's coming next, says Alex Mitchell, founder and CEO of Boomy, a music creation platform that can compose an instrumental at the click of an icon. So it goes on to say, in each of these cases, however, trained musicians were required to operate the technology in order to produce songs. The selling point of generative AI is that no musical knowledge or training is necessary. Anyone can potentially create a hit song with the help of computers that evolve with each artificially produced guitar lick or drum beat.
All right, first off, hit song. I don't know about that. If we got AI making an original bass trap or something, not for real. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like it doesn't do anything original. It doesn't do anything like creative. It doesn't do anything like interesting. It just kind of copies already boring styles.
About a month ago, I was down at the public library with my daughter Layla, who's 9, and she said to me, kids are cheating on their essays by having this program write it for them. It's an AI program. So I come back to the studio and I look it up. It's called ChatGPT. And I started experimenting with it about writing songs, writing code.
If anything, the near future will use AI more for tooling purposes to improve things such as process flow, but honestly, nothing that would be entirely composed purely by AI itself. That's kind of what I think too. AI is good to recreate, but so far it's awful to innovate. Pretty sure it'll be like that for a while at least.
It will also do things in the style of people. So, for example, we'll compose a relationship breakup song by Ed Sheeran.
This shit's gonna be mad ass.
So it does a verse, pre-chorus, chorus, based on songs that Ed Sheeran has written in the past. So it has all these things from the internet that has been put into this.
It's Ed Sheeran. It's already gonna be ass.
Verse 1. It's hard to say the words I've been trying to find. I want to let you know that I need some time to figure out my life and what I really want. I love you more than words, but I can't go on. That's pretty terrible, right? This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I'm breaking up with you and it's tearing me in two. Oh, that's awful.
Dude, that is funny.
I never meant to hurt you. You mean the world to me, but I have to set myself free. Well, those are pretty terrible lyrics, but maybe they're not that different than Ed Sheeran's lyrics. I don't really know because I'm not really a scholar on his lyric writing.
Okay, since this YouTube channel with 3 million subscribers didn't want to do any research, Editing Weaver's going to look up some of Ed Sheeran's song lyrics and compare it real quick. I mean, so far this kind of seems on the money. His lyrics are really basic for the most part. So, you know, I would say this is kind of accurate.
Or the lyric writing that his team of people that write songs for him do.
I just imagine like a large group of people writing an Ed Sheeran song. Like, it's like 30 people, and they're all like, come on, guys, what's a word that rhymes with love? Above? Holy shit. How'd you think of that, Phil?
Why does Billy think that AI is going to take over? It's probably because people don't notice when something is been digitally altered.
You seen what they're doing on that dang old computer lately? Oh, man, it's a shame, Rick. It's really a shame.
And one of the culprits of this is something that happened in 1998, a song that came on the radio that when I first heard it, I thought, what is that? You probably know what song.
I feel like that's his reaction to like every single song on the radio. It's like, what is that? I wonder what would happen if you show this guy Blade. His head would probably just explode.
When I first heard it, I didn't know what it was. I asked an engineer at the studio I was working at, NRG out in Los Angeles, and he said, oh, it's this thing called AutoTune. 24 years in the future, now it's 2023, that effect would be on virtually every pop song, every hip-hop song, almost every rock song. It's on metal songs. It's so invasive in contemporary music. It's really hard to imagine.
I think it's weird how like the first half of this video talks about AI, but the title is how AutoTune destroyed popular music. It's taken a while to get to the point, you know?
Now, it didn't happen all of a sudden. You started seeing it creep.
Let him listen to WAP. He's gonna be like, "What's a wet ass?" I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. Wet ass. What's a wet ass? I don't. AutoTune was out before that Cher song. I think that was the first popular one though.
What are heavily auto-tuned songs? I'll give you some of them. There's this by Maroon 5.
This has to be getting claimed, right? I really feel like it doesn't sound that obvious on this, but maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I've just been like raised on AutoTune. I'm just like, those are vocals, man. Those are just vocals. I'm more used to like Walk to Poland, you know what I mean? Wait till he hears T-Pain, and he can be able to walk anymore. Dude, his reaction to that way, that's super funny. He's like, ugh.
Nowadays, you have artists that have built their entire career on autotune, like T-Pain. The amazing thing about T-Pain is that he can actually sing really well. You just rarely hear it. Here's an actual example of T-Pain singing.
I'ma buy you a train, I'ma take you home with me.
There's something really funny about that, though, singing that song really well. I mean, I feel like the only way he'll give him his props is on the skill of his singing.
It sounds very robotic. I can completely imagine a computer creating this thing. This is one of the things that the heavy use of autotune has done. It's not just heavy use of autotune, though. It's also heavy use of beat correction in rock music beginning in the year 2000. The use of drum machines and drum programs to create loops and beats for songs where everything stays right in time. There's no tempo variation. I've harped about this on my channel for years. Music becoming completely computerized and lacking humanity. And this is a really important thing.
I wonder what happens when you play like electronic music for this guy. Like, what is his reaction? He starts foaming at the mouth. His daughter's like, take him to the hospital. Take him to the hospital. It's happening again.
Kind of why we're at this point.
Is my man comparing autotune to AI-generated art, or am I missing something? He's like saying it's all leading to a more robotic, less human direction. I wonder what he thinks of hyperpop. That would be interesting. Someone should break into his house, not me, in Minecraft, by the way, and force him to listen to hyperpop. He's gonna be like, what do you want? Why are you here? I'm gonna make you listen to this. And it's just like, oh, okay, well, I listen to music all the time. Oh, God, no.
It always sounds robotic, and it doesn't have any nuance to it, any inflections, and it just sounds like it's a completely synthesized voice. Then when AI creates that synthesized voice, people aren't going to be able to tell the difference. They can already, computers can create these kind of beats like this. That's one of the most overused beat that there is right there in
You can't have AI just make a beat like that. If you ask it to generate that from scratch, it's going to be all f***ed up. Like, maybe you could, like, use it to get an idea or something. Like, it could generate an idea for you. Like, you basically would still have to, like, do it manually yourself. To clarify a bit more, an AI program won't generate a complete good beat for you. That actually sounds professional. But there are definitely programs and plugins that could generate pre-programmed drum patterns, common chord progressions, and you could assemble it yourself.
Despacito. Every hip-hop song, every pop song, Justin Bieber.
Bro, I feel like he doesn't know enough about computers to be speaking on this.
Now, the production of this stuff is actually incredibly good. But the fact that it's so digital, it is so computer-driven, the drum beats, the way the compression is on it, everything about it, the vocal production.
Let's, like, say that what he's saying is true. Like, if a computer could generate that, you don't think a computer could purposely generate something more damaged sounding? Like, you think the only thing a computer can make is something robotic sounding? I don't know. I don't think, like, I think if you think a computer could do that, I think a computer could also do something more damaged sounding too.
Is so edited. I remember seeing this thing with Phineas and Billie Eilish. They were were being interviewed by David Letterman, and Phineas showed a vocal track
It's like 5 years out at least. Yeah, probably. Old man yells an auto-tune type beat.
of Billie Eilish, who's an excellent singer. And there were 80.
He's like, he has to clarify, excellent singer. So I don't know what they're doing with this dang old auto-tune. It's impossible that they would want to using it for a creative effect or something. I like how you didn't mention that with T-Pain either.
Takes that were put into this, or 80 edits in her lead vocal. Now, I'm not sure why Phineas showed that, because to me, the idea is that you showcase a person's singing ability, not that it took 80 different edits to make up a vocal take, because to me, that's really strange when Billie is an excellent singer. But if songs are going to be hyper...
Well, I mean, maybe they just wanted like every inflection to be a certain way, you know? Like, I don't think it's like, it's not all about skill. Like, sometimes it's about the way the song is crafted. I think he focuses too much on skill and not enough on like craftsmanship.
edited through pitch correction, timing correction, note by note guitar parts. There's guitar players out there that punch in every single note. Every note is fixed. Every
That's hilarious.
note is manipulated somehow. Computers can easily do this right now, and they will get better at this over time. And the thing is that the general listener doesn't know the difference, and they frankly don't care. And I don't think that they're going to care when musicians and songwriters are replaced by AI. Really, the only question is,
Oh my god, dude.
who gets paid for it? Who are the songwriters? Are they the program?
Dude, this is some boomer shit. Who gets paid from the robots making the music? Who makes the music? Who owns the music? Come on, Rick. You've been out a little too long. We gotta take you back to bed.
I don't know. These are important questions to ask. But this is where we're at in 2023. I've harped on this for years on this channel. People are sick of me harping on it, but AI will be able to do this. I mean, this is Billy Corgan's point, and I think that he's right about it. Love to hear your thoughts.
You think a robot couldn't change tempo every bar, though? God, this man is old. What this got to do with autotune ruining music? Yeah, I guess it is kind of far out, but I guess it's saying, like, that robots. It's the robots, man. The robots are taking over. He's saying that music is becoming too computerized, but you made it about autotune? AI isn't ruining music, this guy is. It's like fear baiting. I wonder what his videos are going to be like when he starts getting like senile. Are they still going to let him make videos when he's like senile? Digital is easier to copy. See, I don't think that's 100% true. Like, I feel like he's like really leaning on that. I feel like if a robot could make something extremely digital sounding, it could probably make something really analog sounding too. Like if it had the right things to reference, you know?
Bang Incorporated.